Hi everyone and welcome to the channel. For today's video I have another house update decoration improvement video for you guys. It's been a while since I've done one, and again life's just been so hectic that we've not managed to do a great deal, but I'm going to do one for September 2024 for you guys because we have managed to do a few big things actually for this particular month. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about for today's video is the garage windows. Now we actually have two windows in our garage, one of which was looking a little bit rough around the edges, but it looked like it has, a little bit of life still left in it before it, would need replacing. However, the other one is just gone. Because they're like the old style wooden frames, the wood has rotted away. So yeah, one window was rough, but it was okay. If we painted it and primed it and looked after it a bit, we could save that window for a little bit longer. Whereas this other window needs replacing, right? So basically, me and my husband have been looking for a window specifically to fit our garage for a very, very long time. It's really quite difficult finding a window without obviously going to a window company and having one specifically made for our garage. Like, in our eyes, we don't mind a second-hand window frame and window, purely just because it is just for our garage. Obviously, if you guys remember, a long time ago, not long after we first moved into this house, we got all new, we got a new front door, we got new bay windows fitted. They were all brand new, made to measure. However, for the garage, we just thought, you know what, if we can find a relatively cheap second-hand one, then we're just going to do that rather than pay hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pounds to have one made brand new. So we actually did manage to find a second-hand window that would, fit into this really awful, ran down, rotting window in the garage. And it took us a very, very long time to try and find the size that we needed. But we got there in the end. And here it is. We actually went and picked it up. Like I said, it cost us 30 quid. And then it cost us a little bit in, fuel to actually get there to the place to go and pick it up. However, still very, very cheap for a window. And this window, considering it is secondhand, it's in very, very good condition. And yeah, the plan is that we're going to fit this window into the garage, into that one window which is just completely rotting away. Let me show you guys actually how bad one of these windows is in our garage. Let me show you the one that needs replacing right now, because this is just ridiculous. This is not safe. This really, really does need replacing. So that is our plan. We finally found ourselves a window that will fit. And we're gonna fit that window at some point very, very soon. And that is just going to not only make the garage look tidier and a little bit more modern, a bit more up to date, because obviously there won't be wooden frame there anymore. As for the other window, here's a shot of the other window. Here is a picture of what the window looked like before. As you can see, it's a little bit rotten, it's a little bit bad, but it's nowhere near as bad as the first window that I showed you. That was just horrendous, that one. So basically with this one, what me and my husband have done this month is we have primed it and we have painted it this really nice grey, kind of medium grey kind of colour. I think in the end we did 2 coats of paint on this window, and we also properly gave the glass a really, really good thorough clean. There was actually paint on the glass from the previous owners when they painted that awful blue colour. When they painted that, they just painted on the glass. So me and my husband had to try and get that off as well. So the glass has had a good clean. The frame has been primed, painted. It's had a couple of coats of paint on it. So hopefully we are gonna be okay for a little bit longer before we have to replace that window. But look how much better it looks, you guys. It looks so much fresher, so much cleaner. Just just so much better in like every way imaginable. Moving on to our garage door now. It's looking a bit rough around the edges. Ideally, we will have to replace this garage door sometime soon because it just doesn't look great, and especially at the very, very bottom, the wood is rotting away. The wood is warping a little bit as well, which obviously isn't good. So yeah, eventually we're going to have to replace this in the near future probably. But for now, we've just given it a bit of a spruce up by painting it to try and make it look a little bit smarter than what it did and a little bit tidier. So that also looks a lot better than what it did as well. So we're going to move inside the house now for this next home improvement thing. We're going to go upstairs into the bedroom. Although our bedroom has not quite been decorated yet because we still just haven't had the time. But what we have done is we have hung up a picture. Yes, we finally have a picture. This picture has been hidden under our bed for the last 2 years because we've been so busy trying to do everything else that needs doing in the house that we just kind of forgot about it. This is one of the pictures that me and my husband purchased actually while we were on our honeymoon. Like honestly, you guys, because it had been under our bed for so long, it had gotten so much dust. It just collected so much dust that it was unbelievable. So my husband, we gave it a big clean and sorted it all out, measured it on the wall properly, and now it's at least up on the wall. But yeah, it's up. It's finally up, and I'm so glad that it's finally up, and it's gonna look really, really lovely. Like our bedroom is gonna look so good when it's finished and when we're done decorating it. But for now, again, we just haven't had the time. Things have just been taking a lot longer than we hoped. But that's because there's a lot more work that needs doing than we first thought with this house. Heading back outside, obviously the potato plant is no more. I did a few updates over the last sort of 3, 4, however long it's been, months on the potato plant and like, oh, this has grown this much. It's now completely gone. We got a few potatoes out of it. A couple of the potatoes were a decent size, a few were just like really, really tiny. It was our first time growing potatoes. So yeah, I do have a video of us digging up the potato plant and showing you guys like, you know, the potatoes that has grown from it and stuff like that. So if you're interested in that, go check that video out. But yeah, just a quick mention, the potato plant is no more. And finally, just one more little tiny thing to mention for today's house update video, and that is that we have moved the chairs that we have in the garden. We've moved them from, they used to be like right in front of the garage by the garage door, like on the sort of paved area of our garden, but we've moved them now into the corner on the side of the garage in the corner of the grass, and that just looks so much better. To be fair to you guys, I'm not keen on this seat, really. I'm not keen on the chairs. So I am looking to replace them at some point, but that's going to be like a long time from now. That's not going to be anytime soon that we replace these chairs. This is actually just what was left at the house from the previous owners. We didn't even know they were leaving these chairs, to be quite honest with you guys. We were going to throw them out, but we actually thought, you know what? We'll keep them, so at least when people are out there, you know, people have somewhere to sit, you know what I mean? So we ended up keeping them. Hopefully this time next year we won't have them anymore because they're not in the best condition. My husband has had to repair them quite a few times now because they've broken. The wood is kind of starting to rot a tiny bit. So yeah. So with all that being said, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave it a thumbs up. If you're new here, go ahead and click on that subscribe button. Thank you so much once again, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.